Our Teresa Woodard is back with us once again here this afternoon. She's been following a lot of local reaction, and that includes all of Texas really today. Teresa, a lot of celebrations out there for people who have waited a long time for this decision to come down from the Supreme Court, but also a lot of concern from all over our state today.
There are people in our state who have worked very hard on both sides of this, so you're right. Definitely some different emotions. This is an issue few people feel nothing about. Most Americans, most Texans feel some kind of emotion today. So let's walk you through what we've heard from people who've been deeply involved in this movement and from the top leaders or potential leaders of this state. First, from Governor Abbott. He said today the Supreme Court correctly overturned Roe v. Wade. In his statement, he defended what he's done to assist women and families, saying, quote, "I signed laws that extended Medicaid health care coverage to 6 months postpartum, appropriated $345 million for women's health programs, and invested more than $100 million toward our Alternatives to Abortion program." He's trying to defend the idea that women are going to be having children that maybe they and their families did not plan for. Abbott also said he will always fight for the innocent unborn. Now, his opponent, Beto O'Rourke, he called the Supreme Court decision dangerous. Here is a quote from him. Quote, "The only way to overcome today's decision is to win this race for governor. The Supreme Court has sent this back to the states, and our state's current governor has outlawed abortion beginning at conception with no exception for rape or incest." Now, let's take a look at what some activists are saying. From Planned Parenthood Texas today, they called the opinion deplorable and said Texans know all too well the reality of living in a post-Roe world. Their quote, "Forcing someone to continue a pregnancy against their will is a grave violation of human rights and dignity. All Americans deserve to live under a rule of law that respects their bodily autonomy and reproductive decisions. Let's be clear. Today's ruling and its unraveling of Roe v. Wade will not end the need for abortion." And of course, the opposite view from Texas Right to Life, which has been a driver of Texas abortion legislation for years, saying, quote, "This is a landmark day for the pro-life movement and our entire nation. After staining the moral fabric of our country for nearly 50 years, Roe v. Wade is no more." They also said, quote, "Our mission is not finished with today's historic news. Pro-life advocates must confront new threats to innocent human life." Clearly, a lot of emotion and a range of emotion on this topic.
And, you know, it's interesting what you finished on there, where they said that the mission is not done. We're hearing that from both ends of the spectrum today, obviously. And we talk about that. In fact, we roped Teresa into our podcast, our special Yolitics podcast on this whole issue, which should be out probably in the next hour or so. It's a riveting discussion. We speak with several different people in it, so look for that here in just a little bit.
Yeah, a look at the fight that lies ahead.
Yeah, and it will continue from here for sure.
Right.
Teresa, thank you.